I'm Ivy.
I'm Rachel, and we are Swords and Sapphics, a podcast all about representation, queer media, women with a capital W, and a little bit of nonsense.
So start sharpening your swords, sip your tea, and join us as we obsess over the wonderful beings that are women.
Hello.
Hello.
What are we talking about today?
I actually don't know. What are we talking about today?
I guess we're gonna do our usual catch up,
Hmm.
and then it's the end of the year. It's the last episode of our third season, and it's time to reminisce
Yeah.
and perhaps ponder about what we're writing, expecting next year, what we'd like to
Yeah.
achieve.
I like
People
that
now, I'm
thought.
sure, think that I'm an idiot because I keep saying ponder about, but they don't understand. Well, to be fair, I
I don't
started
know if
saying
it's
it.
wrong or not. It might be right.
Oh my God, plot twist.
I don't know.
Anyway, I think by now everybody knows that we coin certain terms that we use too much. So much that
Yeah.
it becomes normal.
Yeah. What matters is that we know how to write down things on paper most of the time.
Do we?
I mean, like, we know grammar on paper.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Well,
I mean, no,
I
at
know.
least no, I don't. Yeah. I don't. English one is hard. I don't really understand it. Check one. I don't want to talk.
I
No, actually, you know what? It's a lie. It's my work. I'm doing a good job of it.
was gonna say,
Oh,
I thought you knew what you were
selling
doing.
myself out. Yeah, no.
Selling yourself short.
Oh,
That's what you're.
anyway. What are you
Anywho.
enjoying these days?
That's a good question. What have I been enjoying? What have I been enjoying? I don't know. Oh, yes, I do know. I read The Christmas Pact by Haley Anderton on the weekend.
Mhm.
It's only a short story. It took me about 40 minutes, 50 minutes.
Mhm.
Um, and I initially thought it was a sapphic romance, but it's not. I was wrong. It's about a friendship, but they are both sapphic in it. And there's a gorgeous exploration of after the main character is in a breakup, like discovering that maybe she's more into women than she thought. And like, even though she always knew she was bi, like maybe that was a part of her that was kind of forced on her by like compulsory heterosexuality. Um, but then mostly at its heart, it's about kind of seeing the value in your friendships because as a society, we just jump from, well, I don't, but most of society jumps from relationships to relationships. And it's really all about like who you're gonna date and who you're gonna kiss and who you're gonna flirt with and who you're gonna have sex with, which is great. But there was a really important conversation here where the friend wasn't, well, the main character wasn't really noticing how the best friend cares for her and how important she is to her because she's always busy looking for the next
Mm.
best thing, next big thing. And yeah, it made me cry a lot because I'm always that friend for other people. Um, but it was also nice to see a friendship. First of all, just see a friendship because most books are romances. And I always want to read romance, and I just realized as I was reading this book that it's actually not romance I want to read, but just like a lot of feelings and human connection, and however that is and however that looks.
Yeah.
Um, but we place so much emphasis on romance being the connection, the
Mm.
important thing, but also seeing friends have a conversation when somebody's not feeling right about something and kind of talking it out.
Mm.
Actually feel like I saw a lot of us in that friendship because we do that a lot. We have things to say
You
and
do.
we're learning to kind of talk about it instead of like keep it pent up. So it was nice. It was nice to see it.
Good.
Yeah. Plus, it was really festive and cozy,
Hmm.
so I
Beautiful.
would recommend it. Yeah, I think you should all read it for Christmas. There's
I
somebody in
keep
your
hearing, no, honestly, I keep hearing like bu when you're cooking water, like the bubbling.
Is it my nose?
No, maybe someone's taking a shower above me. Anyway, I did get the book because it was free during the indie Winter Wonderland. So I got
Mm.
it and I'm very excited to read it.
Yeah. I said it in my review, but I've yet to read a book by Haley where I don't feel like extremely uncomfortably seen by the
Mhm.
characters. Because in Homebound, it was about a girl with agoraphobia, but at the same time, like a lot of that anxiety felt relevant to me and the depression as well. And here we have like another aspect of just the human experience, really. I think she knows how to do it really well in a way that where you're like, oh my God, I feel that way.
I do have Handbound too, actually. I don't know when I got it. I don't remember getting it, but I have it on my Kindle.
I always recommend that one. I'm not big on young adult, but this one's like m mainly focused on mental health. And again, like I think it's just how relatable it is that always keeps me interested because there are a lot of books that could do the same thing, but it wouldn't be the same in the
Mm,
written in the same way and
yeah.
like connected with the same way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it for reading for me. I haven't been reading much at all.
Mm.
Been picking up my Kindling every Kindling. My book's called Kindling and it's making me confused about my Kindle.
Well, I've been picking up Kindling.
You
I
have been. That was a
finished
good thing.
it. That was a really good. Oh, did you plan it?
One would think, but I'm just like, good.
Yes. Yes, I read it and I finished it and I loved it.
Nine
And
do.
again, like I really love to see our chronically online speech in it
Yeah.
that maybe not everyone will pick up on, but I kept reading it in Rachel's voice sometimes. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is our just day-to-day conversation.
Yeah. I tried to do it in a way where it would make sense to people not chronically
Mhm.
online, and I hope I do that because
Yeah.
I've read books that have characters who are chronically online, and it's overdone. I'm gonna say it. It's Casey McQuiston.
Hmm.
Like, and I saw similar reviews of The Pairing. I've not read that book yet, but I had that feeling when I was reading One Last Stop.
Yeah.
And I'm chronically online. I understand the references, but even I was like, this isn't how real people talk because yeah, we do have a lot of quotes and things that we
Yeah.
say to each other, but
It's not a
I don't
conversation.
think yeah, yeah, and I don't think you necessarily want to see that in books because like you go to the internet to be chronically online, you go to books to kind of further yourself and just have a nice time really,
Yeah.
but not think about the outside world. I
Yeah.
don't know. So I hope that I did that, you
I
know.
mean, the line, that's not the truth, is not one that everybody will like get. That's just because
Yeah.
like when I read it, well, I listened to the audiobook and I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. But because we say it 30 times a day,
Yeah.
and the same with like explain it to me like I'm five.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's things that that like people would say if they're funny
Yeah.
and dry
Yes.
anyways, but it's
Yeah.
also like if you know, you know.
Yeah, and I didn't know because again, that's our day-to-day life. Yeah.
Yeah, it is fun to sprinkle stuff like that, and especially when I know that you'll get it.
Yeah.
I remember when I was writing it, I was sending you screenshots of like all the references I was putting in. The Grey's Anatomy ones, there's a lot of Grey's Anatomy references in there about
Yeah.
like parasites and stuff, because I was in the phase where Richard was discovering his love of parasitic worms in patients in Grey's Anatomy.
Yes, that was a good one. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. And I also started reading The Songbird and the Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent.
Hmm.
Yep. And it's the first book of a duology, which is a second duology of a series. It's
Oh my
good.
God, that's very
I
confusing.
thought so. So there's a series. about vampires.
Uh-huh.
First two books came out, and it's
Yeah.
technically like a third one in a series, but like first one in its own duology, so it's about different people.
Okay.
So the first duology is about one couple, and this is like their friend.
So could you read them as standalones if you wanted to, like the
You
duology?
could.
But it wouldn't be the same. Yeah.
No, it should be illegal. You
Yeah, I
shouldn't.
get
You could, but you shouldn't. In the
it.
same way, like you could kill someone, but you shouldn't. You
Hmm
know?
Well, it depends who the person is,
That's
really.
yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Um, if it's a CEO of health insurance, I would say, why not? You know, why not?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I've been reading that, but I'm really enjoying it. Look, I really love Carissa Broadbent. I think she's absolutely like amazing writer. I really enjoy everything she does. And it's just difficult because I'm still in the mood of like not wanting to. I do want to read, but I just don't have the energy to. Like it's
Hmm
still a very difficult thing to do for me.
Yeah, got it.
But I've been watching a lot of things.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know if I'll be able to remember all of it. I watched My Old Ass. It's a movie with Aubrey Plaza. Well, the main
hmm
character is actually someone else. Elliot is her name. And she's like she's 18 and she got takes drugs and she sees her future self, which is Aubrey Plaza.
hmm
And they like communicate throughout the movie. And it's I guess like I think it's difficult to explain what the message of the movie is. I think it's one more like the deeper movies where like the future self encouraged her to spend more time with family and be more in the moment and not wanting to run away from her home and enjoy actually what she has and stuff like that. Like it was done it was very nice.
Yeah, but that's the message of a lot of movies now. And
Yeah, it was yeah, I think it's very specific and I think you'd have to watch it too. Yeah. And
mm,
yeah, there's more. And like not to be afraid of like losing people and stuff, you know. It was a good movie. It was only an hour and a half. I just wanted
yeah.
I went there for Aubrey Plaza. I wanted more Aubrey Plaza. That's just who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Then I watched three times Has Hotel, also on Amazon, which is an animated show. Do not watch with your kids. There are songs. Do not watch it with your kids. One of the demons is a porn star. Um, it's such a good show. I honestly, again, I watched it three times in 3 days. I'm obsessed. The voice acting is one of the best I've ever encountered. The songs are wonderful. Jeremy Jordan is there. Stephanie Beatrice is there. Oh my God. The main character, Charlie, who's the daughter of Lucifer, is gay, and Stephanie Beatrice character is her girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
They're together the whole time. They've already like established relationship. It's just such a good show. And the side characters are amazing. The whole plot of the show is that Has-Been Hotel, like Charlie builds Has-Been Hotel for souls to be able to like redeem themselves and move on to heaven if they wish to. And again, like one of the guests is like a porn star who is like, but it's also very complex because he's signed his soul to a demon who's like forcing him to do that. So like
Mm.
it's very I'm telling you, it's so good. It's so funny. It's so sad. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And I also really
Funny
love
and
that.
sad. My two favorite
I
things.
know. See, there you go. My favorite thing about it, or like all the, I mean, this is the second depiction, like in Lucifer and now here, I really adore that Adam is like the dude bro. No, like he's just, it's so funny to me and I love it. I need more of that. And then I started watching also on Amazon because I'm enjoying Amazon Prime while I'm paying for it. I watched Cross, which is a new show. It's like it's a crime show. It's not real detective-y. It's very brutal. I'm still watching it.
It's based off the James Patterson Alex Cross series, I believe.
Yeah, which was a news to me.
Hmm.
I it's good. Like they are good at building the tension, and you don't know if they're willing to like kill off a child, which was really freaked me out.
Mm.
Then I watched on Netflix. Oh my gosh. I watched Black Duffs with Keira Knightley, and that was so good. That was so good. Like she is a spy who was placed into like with a politician, and she married him and have his kids, and like that's so like she's still a spy. And it begins with like three people are getting murdered, and one of them was seen with her. So like her agency comes to her like, why have you been seen with this dead person? And it's so good. She's up for revenge. She's a spy. She's killing people. She's shooting there. There's a scene where she shot someone while pregnant with the twins. It was so odd. And I just really, it's such a good show.
Yeah,
And
it
I
looks.
finished it in 2 days, I think. And now I'm back and watching Rosalie and Isles.
Hmm.
And I mean, it's a great, I love them.
Hmm.
Yeah. Why are you laughing? What would you like to say?
I'm not laughing, I was just agreeing.
Oh,
Just
I think,
think you should watch something light-hearted there.
yeah. I think we've been know that for a while, don't we? Yeah, it's true. And we did watch Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, we did. Turned into a hate watch for me because I'm kind of sick of rich people going to the dinosaur island and then being surprised when they get eaten by dinosaurs.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
And also they made Laura Dern a stay-at-home mother, so that was sad.
But that means we get to go to Jurassic World.
Yeah, I'm excited for Bryce Dallas Howard.
I know. I'm
I love.
just excited for the movies.
Yeah. I watched a really awful movie again. I watched The Merry Gentleman on Netflix, with Britt Robertson and Chad Michael Murray. I did it because I enjoyed it, though. I enjoy those actors and I enjoy cheesy movies, but I was physically cringing at this,
Mm,
and I watch a lot of cheesy movies, so that's saying something. They hired two actors who cannot dance, who were supposed to be really great dancers. Britt Robertson's character was supposedly on Broadway doing a like jazz troupe. She was in the Jingle Bells. She couldn't. She wasn't. It was like the slowest, easiest routine
mm.
ever. Like if that's on Broadway, okay, that's weird. And then Chad Michael Murray was being a stripper, which his badness at dancing would have been forgiven if they didn't hire then four other men to dance with him who were all quite great at dancing.
Mm.
So yeah, it was a journey.
Yeah.
Um, but it gave me some festivity, so I
Good.
can't complain too much.
That actually reminded me we watched another movie.
What did we watch? We already talked about Hot Frosty.
Yeah. And between that and Jurassic Park, we watched another one.
Ah, yes.
There you go.
We watched Violent Night
Yes.
with David Harbour.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It was really good. It was really good.
It gave me a Santa kink.
Yes.
They knew what they were doing. They gave David Harbour a man bun. And there's a scene where he takes his top off because he's injured and he has to stitch himself back up. And then we get a flashback that he had to fight for his position as Father Christmas, as like some Viking god. And it was so hot.
It was very hot.
They made that film for me. I think they
Mm,
made it for me.
yeah.
But then he was losing the spirit of Christmas, but then he had to save a girl from a
Mm.
hostage situation in the rich family household. And he was very soft and daddy and yes.
I'm still very shocked that I managed to predict most of the movie. But should I be really shocked? Because
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah,
really
it was
good.
very
It
good.
was nice to watch a movie that wasn't a remake or a sequel or something that's been done thousands of times before because it was similar to like Die Hard and Home Alone, and it even referenced those movies in it. But it was like I've never watched a movie where Father Christmas is also a hot Viking, but he also looks like Father Christmas, you know?
The man bun was really phenomenal. Like,
It
let's
fucking
talk about that for a
was.
moment. I feel like it was getting higher with every fight scene, and whoever did that, like, bless you. Because you
Yeah.
start the movie and it's not like even visible because it's so low. And then by the end of it, it's like on the top, and it's just so good. It's so good. It was so good.
It really, really was.
Yeah.
It really, really was. I mean, I love David Harbour. In fact, there he is behind me just now.
There he is. Yeah,
Hello, sir.
sure. There you go. There you go.
Yes. Other than that, I've just been watching my usual shit,
Mm.
I think. We finished Heartstopper.
We did actually, yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah,
It's hard to watch teenagers be more emotionally intellectual than most adults.
it's true.
I think it's kind of growing with the viewers because like this season explored a lot of like harder things, but in the same like nice, cozy way.
Mhm.
And they kind of started exploring sex as well.
Yeah,
So it's nice that they're not really censoring it, but it's just funny because if Sapphic show did that, it would have been cancelled. It would be so cancelled.
it's true. And it was.
Yeah, and it has been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been playing anything?
I'm always playing Stardew Valley, though now less because I'm puzzling and watching Brazilian Isles.
Hmm.
I love Stardew Valley. I feel like I still didn't explore half of the game. And we've been playing Fortnite.
Yeah, there's a new season of Fortnite.
Mm. And it's inspired with like the theme of it is Japanese mythology. So that's
Yeah,
really cool.
it is. It's the first time in a while I felt very excited about a map because
Yeah.
there's a lot of nice places to go to
Yeah.
and it's so pretty. There's cherry blossoms everywhere.
And the battle pass is also very good. I'm so excited to get the girly with the horns.
Oh yes, me too. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. And that's really it. I haven't been playing much other than that. I did open Disney like twice just to
Yeah.
get through. That feels more of a battle pass to me than the Fortnite
I
one.
know. I know. It is great for that because you do get a lot of stuff when you do
Yeah.
the Star Path, but it also feels like a full-time job
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. And the first few tasks were very easy. It was like catch five of these, do five of those. I was like, okay, that's gonna be quick. And then I finished the first like page and it was again like 30 or 15. I was like, oh no, Cleo.
More.
Yeah.
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 I just got Sally in my village.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. I have a lot of people to get on Eternity Island. I don't even know who it's going to be.
I'm spot. Well, on the Eternity Isle, I still don't have the fucking rabbit.
No, I know. I don't know
Been
who it's
there
with.
for since like November, no, April or so. And I don't have Jafar yet.
No, I don't either. But there should be others because it says like something percent and it's mine is quite low.
Oh, that's because from all characters, because the new DLC came out. And when you put like when you go like on all like the entire game, you
Yeah, but
also that also counts that.
mine was for the each individual one.
Oh.
But then again, there's less characters on the Eternity Isle, so it's possible that it's just a bigger
Mm.
percentage because of
Yeah.
that. Anywho,
Anything else you enjoy?
I finished Tell Me Why no, the night before last night. Um, did I talk about it already? It's a game with a trans main character and like twins exploring the like a voice connection that they have like over them like talk to each other in their heads,
Mm.
but also trying to figure out how and why their mum died. I won't spoil it. But the puzzle parts towards the end was really they were really fun, and I think it was really clever how they did it because there's like this thing that they have called the Book of Goblins where they all wrote together as a family with the mum. And a lot of it represents their mum's life, and they didn't know that until then. And you kind of have to go into the book and solve the puzzles using what the stories that they have. So that was really fun.
Good.
Um, it is, it got, it gets dark, but not in a way. It starts dark, so it's like it's not particularly shocking, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's more sad, I guess.
Mm.
Um, but also really nice at the end. So
Good.
I wouldn't use that as a reason not to play it unless obviously those topics are triggering for you. But there's a lot of kind of well, I get there's transphobia, but like there's also a trans man living proudly as a trans man, and that's beautiful. Oh my God, and there's a gay couple.
Hmm.
And there's a gay couple. And at the end it gave me the statistics because you make choices that impact the game. And it was like 30 something percent of people didn't make Michael and Tyler kiss. And I was like, so 30% of you are homophobes.
Yeah, there we
The
go.
truth comes out. But yeah, I ended up really in love with basically everybody in that game. So yeah, I would recommend it.
Good.
And it's only like 10 to 15 pounds, I want to say. And I feel like I spent like over 5 hours on it, definitely.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
that, maybe 10 to 15 hours play time. So yeah, I would recommend it. And I think the creators are queer. Like there's a notice when you start playing it, like this game was created by and with the advice of and then a whole range of cultures.
Mhm.
There's also a lot of Native American culture in there. Michael, the love interest, is Native American, and I learned some stuff about their culture that like I didn't know before. So that was
Beautiful.
really special as well because it's set in Alaska. So of course a Native American culture is there, but usually people love to ignore it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Other than that, I've just been playing Animal Crossing and Disney, I think.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really it.
So
So,
tell me, what was the fa your favorite part of this year?
in general, or with Swords and Sapphics.
Both.
In general, my favorite part is always you, of course. I get to spend most nights with
Um,
you, and that's very beautiful.
mm,
But also, of course, all the love for kindling was really
mm,
special this year for me. Um, I didn't do a whole lot, but I got to visit the Harper North office, and that was like a big step for me.
mm,
And I went to a writers' meetup. I tried to put myself out there when I could, and yeah,
good.
yeah, I think that's it. But for Swords and Sapphics, obviously our writers' journal that we made together.
Mm.
I feel like we did the hard part of learning to work to each other's own ways because like we do have different ways of being productive.
Mhm.
And because we did that hard part, now we get to do a lot more work together. Like
That's true.
we've been collaborating on some secret
Yeah,
stuff.
so good, so good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah.
of course, every time we get to talk to a guest, that's very
Mm.
special. And just seeing the Discord grow a little, getting to do
Mhm.
our writing events. Yeah, it's hard to pick just one thing
Yeah.
because we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. How about you?
Well, you, of course, goes without
You're just
saying.
saying that.
No, come on. Not the truth, Ellen. And well, of course, I guess I managed to write and publish my short story.
Yes, you did.
A big thing for me.
Yes, absolutely.
And also that I'm getting help for my mental health. That was also a big thing for me. Big step. And think that's really it. It's a lot of work with work all the time, so there's not much accomplishment there. Yeah, I guess that's that.
It's funny you say that because to me, like everything you do would be an accomplishment for me because you have like more of a social life than me, and you
Mm,
have like a group of work friends who are really lovely who you see a lot. So like
yeah.
if it was me, those would be big accomplishments as well.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I mean, I'm very lucky. I managed to last year I started a job. I managed to find a really great group of people. And we're meeting to tomorrow to like decorate Christmas cookies and just talk about what had happened at work that no one else works at now. So yeah, in that sense I got very lucky.
And
Yeah.
you go to and you take out Alishka and Oliver.
Yes. Yeah, I guess I got to be on the yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. And I went to zoo twice or three times this year.
Yeah, you
I don't think
did.
I've been there that many times in the last decade, which was great for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. And from Swords and Sapphics, yeah, I guess the journals also. I'm very excited to use them. They're already
Yeah.
on their way. Yeah, and of course, like every guest is so fun to talk to. And I don't know if that's mean or not, but I do have a favorite just because I'm a fan. I'm such a big fan.
Yeah.
So like the fact that I got to talk to Posey was a great highlight when it
Mhm.
came to like podcasts. Like of course that goes without saying. I really adore every guest we have on and I'm very excited to talk to everyone. But it's just a little different than when I'm the fan and I'm just shooting my shot and succeeding. Yeah. That was a very exciting thing. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. What you're looking forward to next year? What would you like to see? What would you like to achieve?
I would just like to keep doing what we're doing with the writing events. Hopefully, get more people in, grow our Discord a little more. Podcast wise, more guests. Hopefully, some that we already fans of, like you were
Mhm.
for Posey. That would
Yeah.
be nice. And of course, if we could finish maybe a first draft of something together, that would be fun.
know what you're talking about, but it's on my list also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can do more stuff with our writers' journals and merch and stuff. Like it would be nice to be able to set up something on Ko-fi where people can buy directly from us and we have more resources available and we become like a very like staple part of the writing community. That would be, especially the queer writing community, that would be
Yeah.
great. I would ideally love more visitors to the blog because well, I mean, we both do, of course, but I put a lot of time and energy into the recommendation list that we have there, and it really, really pays off. We get a lot of social media engagement, which is great, but like our Ko-fi link's just there,
Yeah, it's true.
Nice.
It's true.
Or just to see the numbers there on the website as well. If we
Mm.
could at least break even next year, that would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
S- really same that you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. From like outside of Swords and Sapphics, I would also like to I have two books written and I just like to finish editing them and do something with that.
Mhm.
I'd like to keep my job next year. That would be a really exciting novel thing. Like go with a whole year without having to look for a job.
Well, you did do that. You did do that this year.
No, I
Until
didn't.
you've been at
Oh, did
SciTech for
I?
over a year.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, but I had to look for extra anyway because it was only
Oh,
part-time.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
yeah. So yeah, 2025, please don't I can't handle any more epidemic or whatever, I can't do more. I'm the per
Yeah.
first person to get rid of.
Mm. Why is that?
Because, first of all, I was always the last one to come in, and
Hmm.
that's usually the first people that they're gonna write off. Second, when it comes to like cutting your budget, marketing and HR goes first.
Which is bizarre because you kind of need those things.
Yeah, but they will not put budget into an ad. Therefore, I will be not making an ad.
Hmm.
Therefore, I don't have really work to do.
Yeah.
And they usually like size down the department, which happened every time, or they outsource it to like agencies and stuff.
Yeah.
So it comes cheaper than having, of course, like a person in-house.
Mm. Shit.
Yeah. Or I managed to end up in a really shitty job where the
Mhm.
CEO is so awful that makes me cry at work.
Luigi Mangione, where you at, boy?
I have a list ready to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for me, not what quite, I mean, not Swords and Sapphics related, but like my fucking contract.
So you do with like all year of work.
Or just some like communication would
Mm,
be. This year I learned that publishing is even slower than it used to be.
mm,
And people will not give you the work they promised you or the money.
mm,
So you can make time to not get burnt out so you can focus on one thing and you will not get that. You will end up with nothing at all
mm.
just before Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always great.
Yeah. But if all goes to plan, I may have two new books out next year
Mm.
that I haven't written yet.
Yes. Or got an outline for, but yeah.
No, yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Kindling will be releasing in the US, which is exciting.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Did we mention that Kindling is in Prague? Did we talk?
No, but that was another one of my highlights of this year.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Ivy went to her bookshop and she found Kindling there,
Mm.
which was very exciting. Yeah, it's really crazy. Oh, and actually, from February next year, Kindling will be in Asda and Sainsbury's across the UK.
Mm. There you go.
Crazy. Yeah,
Wowie.
really crazy. That's really it for me. Life is hard. I don't really set myself that many goals. It would be nice to be more gentle with myself, but that was definitely one of the goals for last year, and I didn't do it very well in the end. I tried, but I still feel very guilty when I'm not working.
I think you did though. Like, and you managed to like you're much better in advocating for yourself and your need.
Yeah,
You got
guess
re
so.
really good at it now. Like yeah, you
Thank you.
speak for yourself. That, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting there, I guess.
It's a slow process. I guess I will take that one for me also. Like, it's a hard work to survive and to be better.
Hmm.
So that's gonna be a whole work
Yeah.
next year for sure.
One thing I realize that I struggle with most is the unpredictability of every day because I can be fine for a while and then one day I can wake up and everything just feels too heavy and too overwhelming. And I don't know why because nothing's really changed, but suddenly my anxiety can be bad or something. And not knowing when I'm going to feel good or bad is really, really hard work.
And then Mercury goes into retrograde and throws it all off.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking Mercury in the microwave again.
Micro Huawei.
Microwave. Yeah. Another goal I will set myself is that I would like to learn more Czech. I
I
always want to learn more Czech, but I want to put more conscious effort into it next year.
I like
Um,
that.
yeah, I started on Duolingo, but then I stopped. But then I was doing it because I was going to go to Prague, and then I didn't, so I stopped.
But next year, I guess we can start slowly but surely planning our 2026 vacation in Hay on Wei.
Um,
Not spoiler alerting or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I hate the new year because
Mm,
like everybody wants to talk past and future. I can't imagine a life beyond like next week right now.
I get that.
I'm just trying to get through the day, I think,
I get it.
most
But
of the
I
time.
also think like looking, especially looking back, it puts you into a certain perspective because like if you look at where you've been and who you've been 3 years ago,
Yeah.
like that was a long journey. That's a big change.
Yeah, but it's still going and you're like, I'm
Yeah.
done. I don't want to be on a journey anymore. I don't want to keep learning things about myself. I would like to just be stable for a minute, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But also career-wise, look how far you've come in
I
the last
know. I
years.
know, and I'm very grateful for my career and I like I think it's one of the only things that really keeps me going sometimes. Of course, aside from you. But it's weird that everything seems to go okay in my career all the time, and I don't really know how it happens or why or like how I got this lucky. But
Mm.
at the same time, I think people think that that means you're doing well.
Yeah, I
Like,
get that.
but there's a lot of areas in my life that I see as lacking because of the things I'm limited by and like
Mm.
being disabled in general.
Mm. Yeah.
I only saw my best friend once this year. I didn't
Well,
go
she's been
anywhere.
gone for half of it.
Well, she came back in March. She's
Oh, that's
busy as
nice.
well. But yeah. But in some ways, like I did do things that surprised me. Like I was quite spontaneous over the last few months when it came to like being with one of my friends. Like we would go shopping just out of nowhere, and I went to the writers' meetup, and it's just weird. Sometimes I can do things and sometimes I can't.
Mm.
And I didn't read nearly enough books this year.
I don't want to fucking talk about that. I can't talk. I can't even think about it. I sadly opened my Goodreads today. It's awful. I'm not even in, I didn't even do 50%. Oh,
I don't think I did it either.
it's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. There's not enough time in life to do everything.
It's awful because I haven't read in so long. Like, I feel like this very integral part of me is just missing.
Mm.
I hate it.
If you could have one guest on next year, who would it be?
Realistic or unrealistic?
Let's do one realistic and one unrealistic.
Okay. Okay. Um, Realistic one. I think I'd like the Schwab.
Mm,
So is she unrealistic a little? I don't know. I can't tell. But I think I would really love to talk to her because you know what? From both like her writing wise and also career wise, it's fascinating to me because she's been out there for a long time.
yeah.
And I think her like rise was very stable and not like she didn't like just like one day came out of nowhere and then
Mm.
disappeared. So that I think, yeah.
I don't think publishing works like that much anymore. I think it feels like it either all happens at once or you
Mhm.
really are waiting
Yeah.
a long time. Yeah.
An unrealistic one. I have a list of unrealistic people I'd like
You
to
do.
talk to.
You
I think
do.
we've already covered that in our Posey episode. It's
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen. Now I put Ella Purnell on the list too.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you know what? I know that afterwards I'm gonna think of someone else. Madeline
I
Miller.
always do. That's a good one. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. How about you?
I think realistic, I would go for this is hard. There are so many
Mm.
great authors and also authors I'm excited to read.
Yeah.
Let me look at my shelf. I would love to talk to Heather Fawcett of who wrote the Emily Wilde book.
Oh,
I
yes.
think the way she writes, like and the academia side of things, but also like the way that it still caters to like people who want some good fairies. I think that would, but also just the whimsicalness of it,
Mhm.
the whimsy of it. I think, yeah, I think she would have a lot of interesting things to say.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to Nicole Mesa because I really loved hearing Red,
Hmm.
but I think that's the only re reason why.
Yeah.
Like just because I really like as a fan, I
Yeah, I get
really
that.
enjoyed the book. But then unrealistic. This is hard. I said
Everyone.
people last time, but I think it always changes depending. I mean, even thinking about it would make me cry, but I would love to talk to Noah Sebastian of
Oh
Bad
yeah,
Omens.
of course.
I love hearing him talk.
Mm.
I really love him.
No, that
Yeah.
reminded me, Newell Kneebone,
Oh yeah, yeah,
right?
yes.
Right?
Yeah. In fact, it would be really great to kind of go into the gaming side of
Oh
things
yeah.
next year and talk to more people in that industry
Yeah.
because yeah, we mostly do book related things, but I would really like to I'd like to talk to more publishers and
Mhm.
audiobook narrators, just people who don't usually get
As much
to like
recognition.
yeah, to get to talk about stuff like
Mm.
that. I was thinking Ali Hazelwood just because I
I
really
was
enjoy her work as
about to
well.
say, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
looking here, I'm like, Ellie Hazel. Okay, yes. Who else?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Dara Muffy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that. I
Mm.
actually need to carry on with those books.
Mm.
Apparently we get in adult Warner
Yeah.
and
The next
Julia.
book is James is gonna be the main character of it, I believe. And but he's like older teenager or young adult. So it's like 10 years after the last Shatter Me book. So Warner is in his 30s now. Like or his is 30. Yeah. 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 I do. No, I'm not gonna get into it. Never mind. Let's put it off.
No, go on.
No, because it's gonna send me on a long discussion, but because I got to a point where Warner's behavior no longer felt that much acceptable to me in a way that he is the one that hates everyone and blah blah blah. And he has good reasons for it. Like he has good reasons to be the way he was and act towards other people. However, it went on for so long
Mm.
and there was not much development on that side for me. Like he
Yeah.
didn't learn how to communicate with other people, like with Kenji of all, who was always like his supporter and like turned to be his friend. So that
Mm.
I got really upset about it in the last was a novella. So I do hope to see more development on it because if he's gonna be the same, he's gonna act toward the people like the same way that he did 10 years ago. That's gonna be
Mm.
an issue for me.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it would be a shame to see the development off page and like it would be
Yeah,
like, how did you
yeah,
become that? How did you
yeah,
grow if we didn't see it happen?
yeah.
I think that was my problem. Like, even though it's a young adult, some things took it too far.
Mm,
And I don't know if that's just because I'm reading it as an adult, but
mm,
like even just the fact that they're letting kids run the state of whatever it is,
mm,
country, whatever they're doing there. It's just I'm like they're so naive, but somehow it always works in their favor. That annoys me. I would rather have the spirit kicked from them at that point because
mhm,
like look at the world. There's no way you could run it.
yeah.
It's like I think she tries to do what Suzanne Collins could do and did do. Like she found the balance between them being a kid but also being a source of the rebellion in a
Mm,
way that isn't unbelievable. That's why I've kind of been putting it off.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. It would be fun to have some neurodivergent guests as well.
I
Who's
think
who
we've
kind of
had many neurodivergent people.
yeah, but like I mean like maybe like a specialist or like a
Oh,
therapist or something.
oh, that would be
Yeah,
really
I could do
cool.
with some free therapy.
Would you like to come on a podcast? We're gonna, let's say 3 hours when it's two of us.
every other week.
Yeah. If only one of us goes in, don't mind that. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good one.
Mm.
I would really like someone like really smart. Like, oh my gosh, Rebecca Kuang, she the writer of The Poppy War and Babel and stuff.
Mhm.
She has I don't know how many mm, d diplomas or whatever. Like she keeps studying. She's a very smart person. I would love to have her on.
I would love, I mean, we've had a lot of intelligent guests on,
Yeah.
and I never don't feel out of my depth. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, you're super smart. Like, I'm doing something wrong.
Mm.
So it's like, I love it. I love
Yeah.
hearing what they have to say, but it also makes me feel not worthy.
I get it. Yeah. I think, yeah, I get what you mean.
Gillian Anderson.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Oh Lord. I think I'd pass out at that point. Like, come on. I can't handle that. I
I'm
don't see,
hyperventilating just thinking about
I'm
it.
not worthy of that. I'm not worthy of
No, I
her
know.
talking to me. No.
No, honestly, it's hard. And I don't feel like a very good interviewer because I know that I'm very not coherent sometimes and like I don't sound intelligent. I can be intelligent on paper but not when I'm talking.
I don't think that's true.
But anyway, I wouldn't say no to these people, but
Yeah.
it would be a journey, that's for sure.
On and off camera.
Yeah. I also, oh, another one that would be amazing for my childhood self is Jacqueline Wilson. Did you ever
Oh,
read Jacqueline Wilson book?
of course. I actually think her book had the first queer character I've ever read
Mm,
about, which was, I don't remember the name. His name was Will, I think. They were like best friends, and she was into him, and then she found out he was gay.
mm.
Oh, that's cool.
I think Tracy Beaker's mum Cam was a lesbian as well.
Yeah.
Or maybe no, maybe I just thought she was a lesbian because of her haircut.
No.
I don't know if she wrote her as a lesbian or if like the TV show just made her a
Yeah.
lesbian.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember, I don't know how it's in English. Vicky the Angel.
Vicky Angel.
That one
That one.
fucked me
Do you
up.
know, I never finished that one. I used to reread the beginning a lot. I couldn't I couldn't get past it, and I think I knew that I just shouldn't because
To
it would
this
put me.
day, I remember the moment I was reading it because I think like we've talked about it before, but like I have the memory so vivid in my brain. Is when
Mm,
I got the book because I was sick while we were on like a ski trip with my dad. So he got me a book to make me feel better that I have to stay on in the room all day. And I remember I was feeling awful. It was middle of the night and I had like stomach issues, so I've been on the toilet for a long time. I was reading and I started crying. So like it was a complete mess. Like I was
yeah.
just sobbing on a toilet as like a teen. It was
That's
wild. And then
just
I went
another
to
Tuesday for me.
yeah. Oh yeah. But then I had to oh no, I'm not gonna talk about that. It was a wild week. I mean, I
Okay.
was really sick. So yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think the one I remember most is one of the girls series books. I think it was like Girls' Night Out or something.
Okay.
There was a character who had bulimia there, and I remember, and that was like my first introduction into like harder hitting topics, but in a way that was still for kids, and I really enjoyed that.
I do remember one where she was I think they left the abusive dad.
Yeah.
Was it
Oh, was it the
Pusinka?
twins?
No, I think it was one. It was could it be like with Kiss in the uh I think the title in I know the title in Czech, I think. I can't remember it in I don't know.
It sounds familiar.
No, yes. And because yes, and because she was also and she
Mm.
was also plus size and there was a lot of like body image stuff and her mom was very beautiful. So that was
Oh, was
Cookie.
her mum like a proper glossy, like Hollywood actress or something?
N no, she was just very beautiful. In English, it's called Cookie.
Okay. I don't remember that one.
Wait, let me read the synopsis. Frequently berated for breaking his hyper-fussy house rules, as well as for her lack of looks, confidence, and friends, Beauty lives in uneasy fear whenever Dad's home. Her pretty, sweet mom is equally afraid of him. Eventually, after an unbearable birthday party, amidst fears that Dad's temper is out of control, Mom and Beauty run away. They find themselves in an idyllic seaside resort where their newfound freedom and moment of culinary inspiration give them a hobby, an income, and even new nickname for Beauty, whose dreams all come true, and she deserves it.
I saw the yeah, it did bring something back to me, the cover and the plot. Yeah. I'm not sure if I read it all the way through, but I was just Googling now Jacqueline Wilson books, and there's so many I forgot about.
The
There was
Esther.
Dustbin Baby, the illustrated mom. Think I enjoyed that one a lot.
Mm,
Yes. Lola Rose. All the characters had they were so interesting. She had a real way of making interesting characters.
yeah. I miss those
Ah, the
days.
nostalgia.
Honestly. I'm telling you, I feel like I own a couple of them still. I have them somewhere.
Oh, I wish I could. Well, I don't want to be that age again, but I do wish
Yeah.
if I could go back for a day, I'd really love to go back to the library and get all the books I
Mm.
used to love.
Oh, I lied about Will. His name wasn't Will. It was the book, it wasn't called Kiss. It was Sylvie and Carl, and they have been this very leap I've taken with the name. And they were, yeah, they were best friends since they were children. And then Carl has a new friend, Paul.
Hmm,
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah. And in a game of spin the bottle, he avoids having to kiss her and stuff. So yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, nostalgia.
It is true. It's true. Anyway.
Anywho, before we go, we should talk about January because we will be hosting another camp. We'll be
Yes,
doing
that's true.
Camp Kickstart.
Yeah.
Unlike the other ones that we did in 2024, it will just be a set your own goal
Mhm.
thing. And there's in our Discord, there's lots of resources for that. There'll be daily prompts, which I'm thinking about doing soon because I won't want to be doing that over Christmas.
Yeah. Same.
And of course, follow us on social media. And why you look like you're trying to laugh at something.
No, I'm just playing with my nails.
Okay, I thought you was laughing at me.
No.
Um, what was I saying?
Well, we also have one big new resource, a helper.
Yeah, I mean, why not get yourself a writer's journal
Yeah.
to start off your year with a new work in progress,
Yeah.
and you can do the writing because there's a lot of crossover there that hopefully will help between that and the writing prompts. I mean, you should know your work in progress better than ever by the time you're done
Yeah.
because I think that's what I always struggle with, kind of getting to know the characters
Mm.
and trying to figure out what I want to say
Yeah.
when I start a new book. So I
Yeah.
hope that this will help a little bit. It was so sweet. My sister wanted a journal when we got the author copies. I know I keep saying it, but I'm just obsessed.
Yeah.
And she's already started using it to write in because she loves writing as well. So it's also very child friendly. I mean, it's good for any member of the family. If you want to get somebody a Christmas present this year, I bet they'll like, I bet they'll like a little journal. And we now have a companion to it as well, which is just a plain notebook. So if you don't really need our help, you
Mm.
can just get a notebook.
Yes.
Yes.
Or you
It's
can
very
get
exciting.
both, and you can get them both in the same cover. Oh my
Exactly. And
gosh.
get a different cover for every work in progress that you make.
Oh, I'm so excited to start doing that.
I know.
Yeah, and we'll be back with our fourth season in February.
A lot of seasons now.
A lot of seasons now.
Yeah.
Wowie.
And we've already got some guests lined up, so be excited.
Because we are.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, until next time.
Support women's rights.
There you go. But remember to wait. But yeah, but remember to support women's wrongs. But most
Um,
importantly, support women's wrongs. There we go. Oh my God.
I can't think of any unless we
Well,
talked
we
about too
don't.
many things.
Yeah, and also I don't think women has wrongs. Like they do nothing wrong.
That's true. That's very true. And Merry Christmas!
Yes, and happy holidays, and happy new year, and just enjoy it. It can be hard, but
Yeah, it can be. But our Discord server's still there, and there's a little support group in there. So,
we shall see you later, alligator.
in a while, crocodile.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to Swords and Sapphics. You can enjoy a new episode every Wednesday.
While waiting, you can visit our website, swordsandsapphics.com, and find lots of articles, interviews, and guest pieces.
Feel free to contact us with any requests, questions, or inquiries through a form on our website or directly to our email, swordsandsapphics@gmail.com.